Well, hello there. I have a big bag of something very exciting for you guys today. Something that I hope most of you won't have had before, and that's why you're here. Or you're just bored. Doesn't really matter. Today I'm going to be opening and reviewing a mystery bag of chocolate. And that mystery bag of chocolate comes in the form of these Cadbury Mis-Shapes. You're probably looking and thinking, I've never seen those in my life. And you know what, you're probably right. So these Cadbury Mis-Shapes are exclusive to Cadbury stores here in the UK. Now, these aren't really widely available. Usually people will buy their Cadbury's chocolate from a supermarket or a corner shop or, you know, a newsagent, something like that. There aren't many exclusive Cadbury stores. So I picked these up in the Cadbury store in Livingston here in Scotland. As you can imagine, everything in these Cadbury stores is exclusively Cadbury, or a brand also owned by Cadbury. So basically it's wall-to-wall pick and mix tiny Cadbury chocolates, or, you know, bulk packs of Cadbury bars, special edition Cadbury things. Just, it's really exciting. And for someone who's just a big kid like me, it was like, heaven. So, sorry, I don't know what the hell that was. So I picked up this bag of Mis-Shapes. Now basically what this is, it's all the rejected Cadbury's chocolates that was either too ugly or not quite right to be put into an actual Cadbury's selection box or a tub of heroes or an actual bar, anything like that. So it just tells us that it's favourite Cadbury chocolate Mis-Shapes in a bag. Could have guessed that. Now I have had these once before, but the idea is that because all of these bags will come from different factories at different times, they're all different. So the bag I had last time, I believe, was mostly fudges with the occasional kind of messed up cream egg in it, which was okay. I'm not super keen on fudges, so I'm really hoping this bag isn't the same. I'm really excited to try these because it's literally a complete mystery as to what's inside. Just before we dive in, I also want to point out this bag was only about 3 or 4 pounds, which is amazing because it's literally a 750 gram bag, so like 3/4 of a kilo. It's pretty hefty, and that smell though. If Yankee Candle ever made this into a special edition scent, I would literally buy 600 of them. My God. Right, okay, so as you can see, with most things, the bag isn't completely full, but it's still 3/4 of a kilo of chocolate. So really, if that's not enough for you, you probably have a problem. Inside, you can just see that we have this big mountain of varying shapes of chocolate in there, all milk chocolate. None of it looks pretty, but you know it's gonna taste good. We have some of the twisted cream egg chocolates in there. And we also have what looks to be just plain chunks of Cadbury in there. Now, as I said, these aren't the prettiest. They're not very shiny, or they're a bit roughed up, or they're kind of the wrong shape. But that to me is exciting because it means I'm getting the same flavour but cheaper because it looks ugly. So I'm guessing this has obviously come from kind of failed Cadbury's Heroes lineup. Cadbury's Heroes being the big tubs or cartons you can get of assorted Cadbury's chocolate. So let's just dive in and taste a couple of these and see what we have going on inside. I'm going to try one of these cream egg shaped ones and see if it is a cream egg or this is going to have some weird mystery filling. It's a cream egg. It's a cream egg. Yes. So that was literally one. So that was just one of these kind of ridged chocolates, but on the inside, it had a little bit more chocolate than usual and less of the kind of gooey cream egg filling. So they probably couldn't put that out because some people might be like, oh my God, they don't have enough of the fondant filling anymore. I'm going to bite into another one to see if it's the same. Yum. As you'll be able to see, when you bite into this, there's kind of way too much chocolate on the bottom there compared to usual. For me, having extra chocolate inside a cream egg twisted is a good thing, but for lovers of that fondant filling, you probably wouldn't be very happy with that. The fondant filling is just the same kind of texture and taste as always, but there's definitely a lot more chocolate there. I'm guessing that was the fault with this batch. A very sexy fault. All the shapes we have in here are either this ridged shape or this kind of rounded cube. So I'm gonna try one of these ones this time. I think this is either just gonna be plain Cadbury's chocolate or a Cadbury's caramel square. I'm not too sure. Let's see what's inside. Ooh. That's probably the tastiest mistake ever made. So, this one, as you can see, is another fantastic factory error. This one, and I'll show you from this side where it's most obvious. This was obviously supposed to be a Cadbury's caramel chunk, which would be a kind of chocolate shell with a gooey dark caramel filling. But they've just filled it with chocolate by accident here. So you can kind of see that vague outline that looks slightly different. And they've obviously just filled it with solid chocolate by accident. What a glorious accident. Yum. So let me find another one of that shape to see if it's the same. It's exactly the same, and it's so good. Praise be George Cadbury, seriously. What a fantastic bag I picked up. Like I said, the last time I picked up a bag of these, I wasn't too impressed with it because what I'd ended up with was a lot of fudges and a lot of cream eggs, which is fine, but I'm really not super keen on fudges, so this is fantastic. I think this is such a great idea, you know, and the fact they're selling these for like £3 or £4 to get rid of all this kind of unwanted or unusable chocolate is such a good idea. I think it would be great if they could almost put these on supermarket shelves if they had the stock for it, because people would buy it. You know, it's a great way of using up what would otherwise be food waste, and there are probably a lot of other companies like Mars who create Galaxy and Celebrations and things. They probably have a lot of kind of errors and fuck-ups with their factory lines too, but you know, you don't see anything like this from them either. So I would love to see this rolled out across other kind of brands and confectionery because it's a great idea and it's a delicious idea. I'm going to give this bag of Cadbury's Mis-Shapes a solid 5 out of 5. If you guys have ever tried these, or if you know of any other brands that make this sort of misshapen or, you know, kind of mistake chocolate collection or snack collection to save on food waste, do let me know, because I'd be intrigued to kind of investigate this a bit more. It's such a great idea. I'd like to give another little shout out and thank you to my Patreon supporters Enrico and Nate. If you would like to help support this little small channel of mine, there is a link to my Patreon page in the description box below. You'll also find a link to my blog there if you fancy a bit of reading and some fancy Instagram photos. Thank you guys as always for being here and for watching my silly little videos. I'm sure I'll see you again very soon.